Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Today I'm just going to talk a little bit about garden tool organization, specifically the larger garden tools like the shovels and snow shovels and weed eaters and stuff. So I found personally that when I organize my garages, my workshop and stuff, I like to organize things in sections. So this is a really simple one. I have a lot of shovels. A lot of people say, well, why do you have so many shovels? Well, I've got 4 kids and we dug up around the foundation of our house. And I'm not shoveling alone. So, yeah, that's why I have so many shovels. And so this setup here, specifically, I'm going to park my car here after I change the garage door to a double door. And I have to keep my stuff close to the wall. So you can take your shovels and you can get different brackets and hangers and things, and you can line them up like this. And that's a good method. But they stick out further, so it gets in the way of the car. So what I'm doing is I'm just keeping it as flush mount as I can. So I have all my garden stuff here. I have some rakes that didn't make it up on the board there. So I have some more space over here, so I've got to get another piece of OSB and add these to that. What I've done here is super simple. So we have tool hangers, we have shelf brackets, and we have some shelf boards, and that's it. So you can have a really nice, well-organized spot for next to nothing. Now, I start organizing in sections. I make a plan for my shop, my garage, what's going to go where the kids' bikes are going to go, where the tool, like where your workbench is going to go, all that sort of stuff. You kind of have to figure that out first. And then the tools are quick and easy. You can hang them up really easily. So I use 2 sheets of 1/2-inch oriented strand board, and the reason I use that was because you can drill into it. Now you don't have to, you can put it on your drywall and stuff, but your drywall gets all banged up. And with the OSB, it's really easy to put in your hooks and your shelf brackets and things. These shelf brackets though, I put them into studs. I made sure that the screws went into the studs for those so that they're good and strong. I insulated and vapor barricaded the walls and added those 2 sheets just in that section so that this section is finished. And then I can move down and organize the rest of it later. But yeah, it's really simple. I'm just going to show you the hangers that I've used. Alright, so I've used mainly these large tool hooks. These are made by Garden Serve, and I bought these from Lee Valley Tools, and this is what it looks like. And these ones have like a ribbing here, and it's a thicker gauge metal. You can get cheaper ones of these at Canadian Tire, and they do the job, but they are so much weaker. So get these Garden Serve ones from Lee Valley or somewhere else offline. I'll leave the name in the description and a link to Lee Valley in the description so you can find these. I also have some bigger ones. They had like this style, which is significantly larger. I like these. They didn't have any of those at Lee Valley this time. And then they have single hooks. So they have 2 different sizes of single hooks, right? And those I find indispensable. So I use any kind of hook. I don't really care. So I use, these ones here. You get these from Home Hardware or Canadian Tire, Home Depot, like just different ladder hooks and things like that. These are really great. I love these. You can get like a double ladder hook, and then you can get like these larger ones like this, and you can hold all sorts of stuff with these, and really handy. And then of course, if your garage isn't finished, you can get these screw-in hooks and pre-drill like 1/4 inch or whatever into your stud, and then you can turn these in and it won't crack your stud or anything, and it'll be nice and strong. So there's a variety of different hooks that you can get. You get a package of these, and they're usually inexpensive. They have them on sale at Christmas and stuff, and in the spring. usually at Canadian Tire and Home Depot, places like that. And you can just start organizing. There's so many things that you can do. There's so many ways you can do it. Pinterest is full of great ideas. YouTube has got a lot of great videos on stuff like this. So the way I organize things is suitable to me, but it's maybe not suitable for everybody. Like I say, you can do a single hanger and hang every single tool by itself. Or if you don't have as much wall space, but you have enough depth, you can go to something like this and hang like 3 of your rakes on that, or whatever you have, right, that fits on it. Or like I said before, with the shovels, if you have all your shovels, you can hang them on this. You put 2 of them close together and you hang all your shovels on it so the handles hang down. It really works well. Or you can even thread each handle on it if it's got a D handle, and you can thread that over top. But no matter what you do, you just got to get out there and start hanging stuff up. And in the end, if you don't like it, or it's not quite right, or over time, your needs change, you just take the stuff down and redo it. Not a big deal. And it's going to look great. Now, I'm going to give you a little tour of the rest of my shop and how I've organized things and what I'm doing. All right, down here, I have 3 of these Husky tool cabinets, and these are indispensable for a lot of your mechanics tools and things like that. And just overflow, you need drawers in your shop for stuff. And you can use old dressers. I really recommend old dressers when you're starting out. You don't have any money, you just got into your first house and you're all excited. If you use an old dresser, it can double as your workbench, it can double as your tool storage. You can put pegboard up behind it. It's inexpensive. And then later on, Christmas comes, you can start getting stuff like these tool cabinets. And they're really awesome and they look great. Now, I've used these as a base for my miter saw station. So my miter saw station, I've added a top to them. And on the top, I've added some drawers in there as well, because it has to stand off for the height of the miter saw. So let's look at that. Alright, so I've got the Bosch Axial Glide miter saw. It's a compound miter, and obviously it's got the slide mechanism. The Axial Glide is a little bit different. It's my favorite type of compound miter because you can put it right up against the wall, which means that the space that it takes up is far less than some of the other saws. It's more expensive, yes, but for me, it's worth it. For the amount of work that I do, it's worth it. And then, like I said, I mounted it right on top of the Husky cabinets, and then my in-feed and out-feed table, I just added to the top of the cabinets. So I've got other videos on that. Now, along here, I have some of my power tools, my sanders. I've got 3 sanders, I've got a belt sander, I've got a bunch of Ryobi stuff that I use, fans for camping and different places that I have to use those, a couple of lights. I even have the Ryobi glue gun because my other glue gun, somebody took my other glue gun and never returned it. That's why you don't loan out your tools. All my Ryobi stuff here, my portable drills, jigsaw, portable planer, stuff like that. I've got all that here, and just in behind my miter saw station, because it's just convenient to go and grab the tools when you need it. And I've got some batteries down here. I've got some more space that I can add more things. And what I've done here is I've actually made like a bookcase, mounted it to the wall, added 1.5 inches here, and then I put in a 1/2 inch piece of MDF, and I've cut out the holes to fit around the base of the tool, the battery, and then it just fits in, so everything's organized, everything's in its place for everything, and everything in its place, right? Alright, and back here I've got my hanging tool cabinet. This I made out of Shop Notes magazine. It's a really great cabinet. A little bit complicated, but well worth it. It's got sliding doors. It's made out of pegboard, and it's really cool. It's got some space here for these little parts bins. And then I made another tool cabinet underneath, not a tool cabinet, but a storage cabinet, and it has all the tilt-out drawers, and it also has sliding doors. So it has 3 sections of these, 2 sliding doors, and then 1 bigger section at the bottom with these bigger tilt-out bins. I've got a couple of them just sitting here, so like this is how big they are. They're fairly large. Tilt-out bins, just like when you go to Home Depot and you buy your parts and you tilt them out and you take it, 20 screws or whatever. These are awesome. I got these from Princess Auto. So, and then I made my my hardware shelf, and I have a video for the hardware shelf. If you're interested, there is a video for that. Now, as for the rest of the shop, it's kind of chaos. I have a broken spring in my garage door, and this door is 10 feet wide, and I need it to be 16 feet wide. So we're going to reframe this area and put in a bigger door. Yeah. Here's the garden tool area, right? And then we have some scaffolding hanging up and insulation from the ceiling. I've got my winter tires that have to go into the shed still. I've got 3 sets of those. I have all these rolling storage benches that I made quickly when I first got here, which I also have a video for. And you can see there's a lot of chaos here, and there's a lot of chaos because it takes a while to get organized. So you can see I have some space above this area, and you wonder what this little room is. I used to have my shovels in here. It's actually roughed in for a bathroom. So I had to move all my garden stuff out of there so that I can actually work on that bathroom as well. So that's coming. Another great storage idea is old dressers. Here's a tall, skinny dresser, and that one, just having these drawers, it's just really awesome because, like, I've got all my tape in there, I've got all my plumbing stuff, just so much stuff, right? All my plumbing stuff in bags, all the clips and tools, yeah. Gloves, all my rolls of tape. Alright, so over here up on top you see I also made those cabinets. I have a video for that. They're made out of melamine, 5/8 melamine. If you're interested, you can look that up as well. So you can see, like, it takes a lot to get organized. It really, really does. And we've been in this house for 4 years, but I've done a lot of work on the house. I've done a little bit of work on the shop, but most of it's been on the house, obviously. You got a happy wife, happy life, right? So it takes a long time, and you just got to keep plugging away, do little things, make a plan, and just plug away at it, and you'll get there. You'll get there. And yeah, like I said, after this gets cleaned up, I need to build a new shed. The shed's falling down. So many things, right? But all in good time. It's coming together. You can see I've got a lot done over here. I've got that wall all done, the electrical's done, the ceiling's done. Those cabinets are up, and they're all in their final positions here. So that's good. And the tools are in their final position. I have to do the garage door. I have to move a furnace. I have to fix a bathroom. Yeah, a lot of things. It'll get there, right? Just keep plugging away. So hopefully my videos help you out. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And I really appreciate if you have any comments or questions, leave them. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And thank you so very much for watching.